Okay, for the 101 class, this will be our first time working with the colored pencils. I know that you guys have your objects that you decided to use. What I've done is taken an object and made photocopy of the whole thing, and just I scanned it on the computer and just printed it in. You can also photograph it and make a print from your computer, and I'm going to show you why that's an important thing. We're going to be working on Bristol board or any kind of white paper. If you have just white drawing paper, that's fine. But one of the things that we wanted to do was to make, I'm going to use the curving background, and remember when we're making that, we're not even looking at the paper. We're just making marks that we're comfortable with. And sometimes they're on the paper and sometimes they're not. Okay, so that's done with colored pencil rather than graphite, because the wax in the colored pencil and the graphite tend to fight with each other, and it makes the graphite smear and kind of mute and dull the colors. So you want to use just colored pencils. This is a gray colored pencil, and what I'm going to do here is show you this process. Okay, I have a flat pencil here, so I'm going to be moving it back and forth on this sandpaper and turning it as I move it. This is not a very heavy sandpaper. It's maybe 120 grit paper, but I can take this down to a nice sharp point, and that way I can utilize the pencil and work within this space. So we'll just keep going on this, and what I'm going to do is pick out the colors that I need to use. And so I have my colored pencils right here. Looks like reds and greens are right up here on the top part of this thing, so I can start off with that. Yes, that's good. Okay, so I want my darker greens, which it looks like we're light on those, so here we go, right to there. It's just what I wanted. Okay, so I have my pencils here. Same thing, when you're working with colored pencils, you want to keep a nice sharp point. The pencil sharpener keeps cutting away the wood, and as it does, it wastes a lot of the tip. So I just sharpen mine generally with my blade and sharpen here on the sandpaper. And I can lay out this pen cap right here. And just go around the cutting. It's really that simple. So I've put the equivalent of my pen right here. Remember, while you're doing this, you've got all of that range of value in each color, everything from almost white to almost black, and you can still be working just with your two different colors, red and green. What else can you use? Remember, I told you, gray, black, white, they're neutrals, and you can use them as much or as little as you want to, because that is something that you're always allowed to do, because they're neutrals. So we'll start working on this. I will cut out the other objects, place them in my paper. I'm working edge to edge on this particular piece, but if you would like to take tape and make yourself a border so that you're going to have a white border around this, perfectly fine to do that as well. So let's end this here, and then we'll go start showing you how to work with the color.